Hey, it's your favorite aspiring dietitian, Sydney Taylor, and this is my weekly check-in. So, right now I'm feeling capable and functional. And I say that because this past week we did very well accomplishing some of the goals we set last week. So, let's get into it. So, gym, we stayed consistent with the gym. We went to the gym 3 days last week, which is exactly what we wanted to do. The off days, we could have been more active, but I feel like I was still very productive on those days, so I'm not going to be too hurt about that because I feel like last week I was very productive. I caught up on laundry. For the most part, I still have one last basket of clothes to fold, but other than that, fully caught up on laundry, and I'm very proud of myself for that. I didn't stress eat at all last week, which is even though there's very minimal stressors right now, so it'll definitely be tested once this semester is in full swing. This past week gave me the opportunity to workshop some like snack ideas, because one thing I identified is that when I crave chips, so I don't like super greasy foods anymore because of me like changing my diet over time. Like if it's too greasy, I really don't want it. So I'm like, okay, one of my favorite snacks, even though I'm do pretty well like not eating it, but like I like potato chips because of the crunch, right? And I like my snacks with fruit and stuff like that, but I'm like, okay, I want something crunchy to snack on. So I looked into, and I've tried roasted chickpeas, but in the air fryer. So good. I wish show y'all back right now, but I ate it up. There's another one downstairs, but I don't feel like walking downstairs just to show y'all. And then also I looked into roasted edamame, which I plan to try eventually. But for this week, I meal prepped the chickpeas again. So when it comes to like next Saturday or Sunday, I hopefully by then will have the edamame and try that, because roasted chickpeas per ounce has roughly like 4 to 6 grams of fiber and 4 to 6 grams of protein. So it is a great snack and it's very crunchy. A very good substitute for like potato chips. So I definitely will be doing that again. And my other main goal for this past week was to include a vegetable in every meal, and I did that because I don't know if I mentioned it last week or not, but I made the quiches with the like leftover pie crust from the holidays, and those things were good. And I made it, and I had 3 different vegetables in it, so onion, bell pepper, and mushroom, finely diced. Like I cut it really small, and that was really good. It was a really good thing to have in the morning. And I might have with that maybe some more protein chicken sausage, or I might have some fruit with it, a slice of toast, something like that. Because I did like 2 little, like, the little muffin cups you do. I like 2 of those at a time. And I'm like, I definitely need more, at least on the days I go to the gym. So I always add like something else to it to make sure I'm not like getting super hungry in the middle of my session, because that would suck. And I made those again this week, but instead of the pie crust, I cut up potato. So I did a small dice for the potato, and same thing I explained for the quiches. And yeah, it also turned out really well. And if you guys want like a rough recipe, maybe I could type it out and post it if enough people request it. Because I have 11 subscribers now, which I guess in hindsight for compared to other people it's not very a lot, but that was a lot more than I had before. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Thank you for being here. For me, mainly talking to myself, but I guess now I am kind of talking to other people, so that's cool. Anyways, the rough like recipe for it, if y'all want to do it. So, for the ones I made this week, is roughly about a half a potato. right? So for this recipe, we're making 12 different egg cups or quiches or frittatas, whatever you want to call them. We're making 12 with this recipe. So it's about half of a large russet potato. Dice that up, cook that down a little bit, because we want to make sure even when we put them in the oven, the potatoes are fully cooked. So we're going to cook them in the pan for about 10 15 minutes. When it's like starting to get soft, like you can like perforate the outside a little bit, but it's not fully done, right? We still want we want it to be like half cooked ish. And you just put enough on the bottom to like just cover the bottom. So, and like season it how you want. So since my mom needs to eat low sodium, I didn't add any salt to this recipe. And I kind of will just have like, and I actually meant to, but I kind of forgot. I at least could add like 1/4 teaspoon of salt. But like I said, I forgot to add salt. So I had some ketchup on the side, just a little bit, to add a little sweetness, a little saltiness. But anyways, so you put that on just to cover the bottom. And then 5 eggs, half a cup of egg whites, half a cup of 1% milk. And then of those 3 vegetables I mentioned earlier, the onion, bell pepper, mushroom, roughly about 1 to 2 cups of it. Depends how many vegetables you want in it. But I think I was closer to like a 1 1/2 cup or 2 cups. And I also cooked that down a little bit because, you know, I just wanted to be like a little bit crunch, but not a lot. But I want to make sure the vegetables are fully cooked when the egg cups come out the oven. And I cooked those about 25 minutes. Literally, I mean, yeah, it was exactly 25 minutes. That's what they need for those 12 egg cups on temperature 375. Okay? Y'all got that? If anyone of y'all try it, tell me. I love to know. Next on the agenda, my rotation went pretty well this past week, actually. I was like nervous about this rotation because other people said, "Oh, she's a little tense. She's a little passive aggressive." I haven't gotten any of that yet. I don't think I will though. I meet her vibing like pretty well, and from what I heard from other people that been through this rotation, that's a teaching kitchen, and the preceptor for it, they were doing stuff they weren't supposed to do, and they got in trouble for it, basically. So and what I heard is just like, I need to make sure I'm coming in on time, and she wants us to be in 10 minutes early, basically, which I'm fine with. It's cool. It's a 10-minute difference. It's not that big of a deal. And then another complaint people have is like, oh, they were hiding in the bathroom until their start time or during certain times of the day. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'll make sure not to do that. That's easy, you know. But yeah, supposed to meet, like, my rotation has been going great. It's really something I'm interested in because I like a teaching kitchen, like educating people hands-on how to eat better is like it's definitely the realm I want to do in the future as a dietitian. So I'm absolutely loving it. This has been a very overall good week for me so far. And then this week also with the rotation reminded me of why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I want to be a dietitian, why I'm trying to stay consistent in the gym, why I'm trying to do all of this. It's for like for my health, okay? Because we want to make sure it gets better before it gets worse, if that makes sense. I just want to, I just want to live a long, happy, healthy life, and I want to help other people do that. And being in that teaching kitchen definitely like reminding me like I am on the right path, you know? And I think it's a blessing to really have that moment. But I learned that, or I'm trying to grasp at least, for this first week, because I'm recording this on Monday, January 12th, and my first, like, this is the first week of the spring semester. So I think one thing I'm trying to make sure I keep up with is like discipline and consistency, right? I'm going to try to, and I have been successful the past couple of days, but it might be harder when more stress is added into my life. But staying off my phone, which is, granted I'm recording this on my phone, but I'm limiting social media use. So I have it locked from, I think I have it locked from 6 a.m. to like 7 p.m. So, I've been doing pretty well with like staying off of it and trying to find other stuff to do, which I think honestly me having so much laundry to do helped. I'm like, dang, we really need to get all these stuff like cleaned and folded up, right? Like I had so many, y'all. Anyways, so it's like I think my lesson and one of my goals for this week is to stay disciplined, right? So like getting up really early, going to gym, coming back home, going to class, going to the library, study what we just went over in class if she does go over anything in class tomorrow. Try to stay on the docket. If I shared with y'all like what my calendar looks like, you'd be like, what the heck? So I just discipline is the goal. I've been doing well on my water too. Actually, we've been doing really good. Like, this has been a good past week. We've been doing good on eating our vegetables, eating our fruits. We've been doing good about drinking our water, making smart choices, eating out. Like, we've been doing that because one day, what was it? This past Thursday, I didn't have anything for lunch, right? So, I'm like, all right. And I'm going to pass by a Chick-fil-A on the way to work. And who doesn't like Chick-fil-A? But I was like, okay, let me look up, like the night before, I was like, let me look up what is the healthiest item at Chick-fil-A. And I got the Cool Wrap. So the Cool Wrap, I forgot how many calories it is, but I'm pretty sure it's below 500. I think it's only 300 something calories if you don't get the avocado crema that comes with it, because that adds another 300 calories. So instead of the crema, I got the Zesty Buffalo that was only 25 calories for one pack, and I use that as my sauce instead because I just can't eat a wrap without sauce. And I made a healthy choice. Like, there were so many opportunities for me to stop somewhere else, get something else, or even get something else at Chick-fil-A, but I stuck with it. I got the wrap, and it honestly was really good. It has really good macros. Like, look up the nutrition information for their Cool Wrap. It has a really good amount of fiber. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Good amount of protein, like not too many carbs. Like, I feel like the only reason you might want to avoid it if you are a person that struggles with like high salt, like if you eat too much salt and you really need to cut down on your salt for blood pressure, that probably still isn't the best choice for you. But if it comes down to it, yeah, it was pretty good. But discipline and maybe getting ahead of stuff. So I already kind of started that today. A discussion post for one of my classes opened up today, and I already finished it today, so I don't have to think about it again unless to do replies later this week. So I already have half of it done, right? So I think another goal for this week, do what I can ahead of time, so it could leave my weekend free. And honestly, I think that's going to be my goal for the entire semester, or like the rest of this program. But we're going to save for this week because discipline starts with trying to be consistent in the first place. So I'm going to say that for my other goal. But yeah, I'm going to end it here because I am past the 15-minute mark. So I will thank myself for doing what I did this past week, because It took, like I said before, it took me years to get here. And I worked hard to get here. And yeah, but also like to thank you guys who watched. I hope something I said today resonated. If you have any question comments, please put them in the comments, and please like if you do watch the video. So if you're also figuring things out in real time, you're not alone, and stay around and see you next week, and we could check in with each other again.